Hi everybody, Crazy Eddie here. Welcome back to Pain in the End. So many interesting things, so many wild, wacky things to do. Where shall I start? I think I need a bigger house. But I don't really have a quick way of making these trees grow. You see, I haven't installed extra utils nor open blocks. So, where else can I get lots of wood? And a good place to build a house. Yeah, this'll do. Now, those of you who followed my Sky Factory series no doubt remember the treehouse that I built there. What can I say? I really like treehouses. On another server, I once built a kind of tree city, and I think that I would like to try and recreate that and expand from there. At the rate I'm getting things done, it may be quite a while before I actually build anything technological. And I know I've done the treehouse thing before, but I don't feel as if I've done everything that I could with it. So, I'm going to see what else I can do with it. At the very least, I'll have a very good, long-lasting source of wood. This should be a good place to start. I think I want to widen this tunnel and use the wood from it to start on my first house. This may take a little while. So next, I'm going to want to build some kind of house up here. And I think I have some ideas that are different from the things I've done before. So I think I will gather some food and then... Oh, hello. Apparently building in the air is not going to be the thing that makes me perfectly safe. So that's something else I'll need to watch out for. Anyway, I'm going to go find some food and then see about building a platform. Okay, you know what? It's time to work on a ranged weapon. Or it will be, after I get some sleep. And I'll need to work on this in the old house, because it's going to involve some lava, which is not terribly friendly with wood. So I'm thinking about either a flintlock or a blunderbuss. And since I happen to have this little cavern that I cleared out earlier, I figured this is going to be a safe place to handle lava. So I've got a few things to set up, and then I'll be ready to get started on it. So if you've been following my exploits from earlier, then you probably already know that I have in fact done a spotorial on Flaxbeard's Wondrous Steam mod. So I kind of have the general hang of what I need to do with this. I may be a little bit rusty, and it does seem as if there have been a couple of things added to Flaxbeard since I did the spotorial. But at any rate, feel free to check it out. Critique it. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see spotlighted. And flintlock with a bolt action for faster reloading. There. I'm going to need more gunpowder for more ammo. But I have a few shots already. And there never seems to be a shortage of creepers at night, so shouldn't be too difficult. Ah! My first priority before that should be proper lighting. Be right back. You know, I was so rattled by those creepers that I completely forgot to shoot them. Probably just as well. It allowed me to save my cartridges for later. Most important thing right now, though, is lighting. And then we'll be able to finish this thing. I'm thinking your basic Forest Ranger's square platform. I think that should make a decent start. And better lighting will come later, but this will do for now. So I've been thinking about what I want to do with my tree city. I've done tree cities before, and I had come up with some fairly cool creations and fairly decent variety just sticking with redwoods. But I've been having some other ideas too. A few months ago, I found a tree from Recurrent Complex that looked like it would make a really cool machine building. And I have also thought of a thing I can do with pine trees. I think it's pine trees. It might be spruce. One of those conifers. But the point is, if you plant them 2 by 2, then they grow bigger, much like the jungle trees do. But you can plant them 2 by 2 again right next to them, which means that you can grow some really huge trees. Well, kind of a half grow, half build thing. I've also done some farming down there. I'll be increasing the size as the crops come in. Another mod that I have not put in the pack is AgriCraft. And of course we've already established that MFR is not in this pack, so they won't be automatically harvested by plain magical blocks. But there's other ways to get around that. But before that, I have some trees I want to hunt down. So what I'm really going to do first, after I get this house built, is build myself an airship and do some exploring. In my previous version of Pain in the End, I had too many mobs and I spent most of my time just hiding out in my little cave house, which is not something that I think should be done with Minecraft. You've got an infinite procedurally generated world. By golly, there should be some exploring going on. There, that's better. Would be better yet if I had diamonds, but I haven't even mined any of those yet. Really off to a slow start, which, sad to say, is not unusual for me. Actually, yeah, gonna shoot this one. I don't think you dropped any gunpowder. I hope that was just luck of the draw. I was kind of hoping that mobs wouldn't spawn on these leaves. That would make things a lot simpler. But I might have other ways of preventing spawning. Again, I don't have extra utils in this pack. I might change my mind about that later. But right now I want to see how I do without it. You look like a willing target. Ow. I don't seem to have any food on me either. And I'm out of ammunition. Well, that's okay. He can just stay over there. Okay, I think that I've got what I want figured out. It's a little bit different than what I originally envisioned, and I may want to change some colors later. But I think that this will do. And I might even fill this with some inside shelves, just for some pretty storage. So I'm going to finish this off and see if I still like it. Okay, I think that this will do for my starter home. Well, my second starter home. Might even be good for a permanent home. Once I get things set up to my liking. Starting with the bed, right over here should do for now. And later on, I'll be working on a kitchen. Some decorative shelving. I don't plan on doing all my storage in here. In fact, this tree is mostly going to be used for things like docking and travel. I'll be putting a nether portal further down. And airship docks further up. I'll also have some docks here. And some special stuff that I'll be working on later. I plan to grow some separate trees for farming, ranching, and I have some special ideas for the magic tree and for the tree that I plan to use for storage and machines, if I can find what I want to go looking for. Which of course is another reason for me to build an airship. I need to do a lot of exploring. There's a lot of chests I want to look into. I want saddles, and there are a lot of things for chromatograph that require dungeon treasure. So, in the very near future, I plan on doing a lot of traveling. And a lot of exploring. I do have some other stuff I want to build here first, though. Much of which will be useful for the traveling. And some of which will be useful for around here. You know, that's not as pretty from down below as I would have liked. It's just so large and abrupt. And I still need to put some things on the edge for docking the first airship. Still, it'll do for starters. And it'll probably look better once the other trees grow up around it. So, next episode, there's still plenty to do. Be sure to tune in for it. Until then, have some fun, build something cool, and have a nice day.